Hello everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate Designs. Please say hi when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me. Happy Thursday, everyone. So today I did get a message from someone with a special request. They let me know that they love the project we did last night, but they wanted to see decoupage done with a napkin instead of with scrapbook paper. Honestly, you guys, there's not a whole lot of a difference, but I thought, you know what? All right, let's go ahead and do this, and I will schedule tonight's project around decoupaging with napkins. So I hope that you guys absolutely love this. In just a second, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. When you type in this keyword, you'll get a supply list for all the things that I'm using tonight. And go ahead and say hello when you jump on. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, let me find my friends so I can say hi to everybody. We just got back from a birthday party, y'all. We were at a birthday party until about, 7:45 or so for Allie's best friend. Oh my gosh. And I readjusted my camera today. I can't tell. Do we guys like this positioning? I think I do. I actually think I do. Hello, Julie. Thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Melinda and Florian. Hey, Stacy. Hello, everybody. Hello, Lisa Marie and Kelly. Hey, Carol. Julie, I did not get your thing done today, but I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I promise you that. Hi, Christine. Hello, Carol. Hi, Wanda and Dottie and Corey and Cassie. Hello, Renee and Diane and Jackie. Hello, Connie. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Come on in, everybody. Hello, Robin. Hello, Dale. You're in Lansing tonight. Swing by and say hi. I'm not too far away, I don't think. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Roxanne. Oh, thank you, Carol. This is a Hot Mess Express today, but I did shower this morning, so I'm feeling ravishing right now. Hello, Crystal. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Tammy. All right, you guys, here we go. This is what we're going to be working with. And I'll tell you, sometimes my aunt finds things for me to use, and I have no idea where she got them from. All I know is that every time that she brings me some surfaces, I love them, and they have a clearance sticker on them. 2 packages from the lunchroom. Yes, I'm so glad, Wendy. Yay! Hi, Darlene. So this is something that my aunt brought over to my house from some stuff that she had found on clearance. I know that sticker, and I feel like it's a Walmart sticker. Am I wrong? That's a Walmart clearance sticker, right? Hello, Pam. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Teresa and Carol. Hello, Janet. All right, so I feel like that's a Walmart sticker right there that's got the clearance on it. And this right here is just it's a, what do they call this? It's called Walnut Hollow Basswood Plank is what it's called. Whatever that means. It's a gorgeous piece of wood that still has the raw edges. And I think it's pretty, and so we're going to use it. All right. If I can just get this thing opened. Why are my hands not working? We'll get it eventually. Okay, here we go. We got it open. Ooh, and I love this. And these are so smooth already. Y'all, immediately it started dropping the bark from this thing. So let's clean up our mess just a little bit because I don't want any of that stuff to get on the adhesive of my transfer. And then just because it did that, let's go ahead and put down a piece of paper to kind of, well, we need this anyway because we're going to paint this baby tonight. All right. So thank you. That drink you told us about with ginger and lemon, it's amazing. I have not lost weight, but on my white cell numbers back to being in normal range, I've gone a year with a low white, but oh my gosh, really, Cassie? That's so awesome. Hello, Susan. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Wanda. That's awesome for you. Yay! I quit it. I couldn't do it anymore, and I wanted to so badly. Hi, Ray. Hello, Tanya. You guys, I gotta flip this around. I don't like my paper being, I'm gonna have to vacuum. Just shucks a daisies. Hello, Roseanne. Hi, Patty. Hello, everybody. All right, so I can use 2 different sides of this. There's the one side that's a little bit thicker than the other one, or there's the side right here that's a little bit thinner, but this side I feel like you get more of that that bark on there, which apparently is all gonna flake off before I even get this thing hung to see anyhow. But we're gonna roll with it. All right. Hello, Ian. How are right, so here we go, you guys. We're going to start off first by painting this wood any place where we're going to put our napkin down, okay? You got your... Yay! I'm so glad, Renee. Okay, so I'm going to take some tape, just some masking tape, and I do want to make sure that I've got my edges crisp right here because I don't want to go past that point right there where you can see that wood. Hi, Ro, I'm doing good. How are you doing? And then I wonder, y'all, I don't think I'm going to do my edges. I think we're just going to do the top and leave the edges still be raw wood. You do you, though. If you want to do your edges, do your edges. I'm just going to leave it raw wood. And I'm going to put this down as best as I can. That line is certainly not straight. What am I doing? I need it on the other side of that. Not thinking clearly. Hi, Kathy. There we go. Hi, Marianne. Okay, so we just got this taped off so that oh yeah, the word is liberty. Did I not say that? I meant to say that. Liberty, you guys. Liberty. Liberty, liberty, liberty. I had to. If you guys don't know that commercial, then you need to turn your TV on for 5 seconds because you'll know it in 5 seconds. All right, here we go, you guys. I'm going to grab... That's good to know, Dottie. So when I get to that part, I'll do that for sure, okay? But I'm going to do it all in one fell swoop so that we're not wasting any time tonight. All right, so I'm going to take some Waverly in the color plaster. This is probably one of my favorite colors to use in Waverly. And we are going to go ahead and paint this area first because when we Mod Podge with a napkin, anything that's white on the napkin, oh, that's right, it's Bibberty. I forgot. It's Bibberty. I'm going to get copyright infringement for that now. Guys. Any place where your napkin is white is where you're actually going to see the color through that part of your napkin. It's basically going to disappear. Your napkin's going to disappear in that area. So we're just going to paint this up with whatever color we want to be on the underside of it. Okay, if that makes sense. And for me, it's going to be plaster. I like this color a lot. It's probably one of my favorite Waverlys. And we're just going to grab some of this. I need to get another jar, I think. It's getting kind of low. And we're just going to give this some paint. Again, using my favorite brushes from Walmart. Warm water, lemon juice, ginger, cinnamon. Yes. The recipe for that is posted in the VIP group. You'll just have to scroll down to find it. Because it's been a while since I posted that. About, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. I don't know, you guys. I really wanted to lose some weight before ChalkCon, but you know what happens? We start momming. Shannon, I don't disagree. But it's fun to make fun of. You know, life just gets in the way. You guys, as much as I dislike my weight right now, and I'm not comfortable in my own skin, I'm just not. I used to be so thin, and I just loved it when I was so thin. I now have kids. I now have an extremely busy life, and I cannot take the time to plan out meals like I used to. And so most of my grocery shopping consists of whatever I can put in the freezer to make easy peasy for us, and maybe twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, I'll actually cook something that's not like a family lasagna. And it tends to be like hamburgers or I don't know, sloppy joes or something like that that's just fun, fast and easy. So I don't eat healthy at all. I ain't got time for that. Or I haven't mastered the skill enough to have time for that. I don't know. That's life. Thank you, Cassie. That's just life. All right, you guys, it doesn't need to be perfect because remember, this is just going to be your background when you get your napkin on here. But we're going to try to make it a little bit smoother than what it is now. Hi, Mary. Yeah, candy. I love me some candy. For sure. right, here we go, you guys. Let's give this a good dry, and then we're going to pull up our tape. And this is just to be our base behind our napkin, okay? I love this dryer. I so love this dryer. So Allie had a birthday party to go to today for her best friend named Oscar. And it was out at like a game place. So this place is actually a bar, but it doesn't become a bar until 8 o'clock p.m. And you go in there and like you pay one flat fee to go in, and then the whole place is filled with like arcade games and things. And once you pay the flat fee to go in, everything is set up to be unlimited play, and it's like included in your fee to get in, which is pretty awesome. You got a couple packages of those brushes. I love them. I hope that you do too. All right, there we go, you guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and just pull this right off of here. And we've got that gorgeous edge on that wood still going on. Okay? All right. You guys, why did I do that? I should not have done that. No, it was not. It was in Fenton. It was in Fenton. And I already forgot the name of it because I don't pay attention to anything. Level Up. Level Up was the name of it. All right, we're going to put this back on here. It was not Dave & Buster's. But I have never been to Dave & Buster's. John has, but I have not. Hi, Joanne. All right, we put that back on there. All right, now what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw some Mod Podge on here, just like we did last night when we were doing our decoupage. We put Mod Podge on first, and then we dried our Mod Podge, okay? It's the same exact thing when you're using a napkin. You're going to throw some Mod Podge on there. Oh, yes, there are, and I wanted so bad to go across the street, but I ran out of time. Hi, Sissy. Yes, you got the dryer. I love that. This dryer is amazing. This craft dryer thing. And Sissy's the one who got it for me the first time, and I just love it. I'm getting some little chunkies in here. All right, here we go. Good, fairly thick layer of Mod Podge, but you still want to have it to where it is spread pretty evenly on your board, and then make sure you don't have any chunkies in there. And I lied, I'm not going to do the sides right now. I'll have to seal those later. Oh, I'll show you the napkin in just a second. Don't get ahead of me yet, Mary. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yay! All right, you guys, this is dirty now. It's just going to go in a water bath. I'll show you in just a second. And we're going to get this nice and dried up. You got to check out Holly in order to get it. Hi, Linda. All right, you guys. So the transfer that we're using is our Liberty one. This is the Lady Liberty, and it's got some fireworks right there next to it. And this thing looks so cute, all done up. But I went through my napkin stash. Board erasers are coming back the end of this month. What am I using to spread the Mod Podge? It's just a Mod Podge brush that you can buy at just about any craft store right next to the Mod Podge. Thank you, Linda. Hi, Yolanda. Yeah, Mod Podge boogers. I definitely get those. All right, we're getting this nice and dried up. So this one right here, you guys, it's got the Lady Liberty on there. It says Lady Liberty on the bottom, and it's got fireworks on the side of it. But I happened to find a napkin in my stash that's awesome, and I think it's going to look really, really good with this, okay? What do you suggest to get the seal? I got to seal the sides. I noticed they tend to flake off pieces. On this particular board, I've never worked with one of these before, but I was told just to Mod Podge it. I don't know when the UV light's coming back in stock. No, I don't. But if you send me a message, I can check the restock list and let you know once I'm off of my live tonight, okay? All right, you guys. So here's the napkin I just happen to have. The board is, what do I do with the paper? You guys, so many questions. Hi, Denise. I did have a good day. It's 9 by 11. It's a 9 by 11 board. Okay, here we go, you guys. This is the napkin that I had in my stash. Very, very similar to the fireworks that are on our transfer, but it's a napkin of fireworks. And I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. But you guys, don't think that this is it, because I got something else really, really cool to show you coming up in just a second. Oh my God, Joanne, for the word coffee, I mixed bark and dune on this shirt. All right, you guys, I heard a trick. I saw a trick, I heard a trick. We're going to give it a try. You do need to separate your napkin before you use it. And somebody said just to put it on a lint roller. And it totally, totally works, you guys. And it'll separate your napkin just like so. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Now, I think that this is a 3-ply napkin. I think I still have one more ply to go. Tomorrow's the day. Oh my gosh, Laura. How are you still awake, girl? Because I would be sleeping already. Oh, you're an hour behind me. That's why. Oh, this is awesome. This is an awesome trick. Yo! Look at that. You need to get it down to where it's just a 1-ply napkin. Can I tell for what? The dryer? The dryer is a Ranger Heat-It craft tool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to pull this right apart. You guys, and I always have one of those in here too because I fuzz my, I lint roll my fuzzing cloth every once in a while. So, yay! Tomorrow, Laura Delude becomes Laura Gallagher! and the night before her wedding, she's watching me. I love it. I love it. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay this down on here, just like so. Okay. We know that, ooh, there's a thing right there. Let's get that off of there. That was a rough spot. Okay, just message me. Yeah, all right, you guys. So we're just going to lay the napkin down right on top of that board, right on top of all of that Mod Podge, and then take a piece of parchment paper, just like we did last night, and we're going to use an iron to iron this down, okay? So go ahead and press it down with your hands. If you're not quite sure that you've got it really well pressed down with your hands, then if you have a brayer, you can use one of these just to really make sure that you get all of your wrinkles and air bubbles out of there before you lay it down if you've got one. All right, and now we're going to take our, oh shucks, it turned off on me. Why would it turn off on me? We're going to take our iron. Mine was already preheated, y'all. And we're just going to iron this right onto that Mod Podge. So what this does is when you get that Mod Podge heated back up, it's going to reactivate and it's going to stick your napkin right down to it. Okay. Oh! And we want to make sure that we get it really good along the edges. Working our way from one side to the other to work out any of those wrinkles. This is an Oocly. Ouocly. Is what it's called. I don't know. It's an off-brand mini heat press. My shirt is Dune, and then the coffee is Bark and Dune mixed together. You're welcome. All right, you guys, get this nice and heated up. Make sure we go over it one more pass. And then we can just pull this right off of there. And you guys can see that the color that I had underneath there is the color that shines through, because every part that was white on our napkin is like clear now on our design, okay? So I do want to wait for a second for this to cool off a little bit. Hi, Terry. And then, see, and I have a wrinkle right there that I wrinkled in. Whoops, a daisies. It's okay. I know, right? Oh, no, I wrinkled. Oh, when that paper pulled up, it wrinkled a bunch right there. Oh, I was able to fix it. Good. Good, good, good. Can you use ink as a paste? No, because your ink will not dry hard like your paste does. You just now got the notification? No, I hate when that happens. All right, we've let that cool down for just a second. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife. Where is my X-Acto knife? Oh, here it is. This is one here. This is my X-Acto knife, okay? And okay. You guys, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and then I'm going to find a straight edge of some sort. A ruler should work. Okay. And I am just going to try to go, ooh, let's do this side first. I'm going to go right on that edge where I want that wood to show through and where I don't have my Mod Podge, remember, because we only put it, you guys, actually, I'm going to go right on the edge of that. I forgot about that. I'm going to go right on the edge of that tape, because that tape's there. And I just got to make sure that I cut this line. Well, heck, I don't think my line is straight. Either that or my ruler's beveled. Let's just try it ourselves. I'm just going to follow very carefully because I have a fairly steady hand. The line of that piece there. You got napkins at Walmart? Yay! You guys, I love using napkins. I really do. All right, let's go ahead and just pull up that tape right there. And that's all Mod Podge down yet now. And it looks fantastic. I'm getting excited. All right, let's do the same on this side. I think I need to turn it around so I can see it better though. That side did it great. I did fantastic on that side. Let's try on this side. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can handle that. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Terry. Don't even tell me it's pulling up the wood grain, you guys. Let me try it from this side then. It's masking tape. It shouldn't pull up any wood grain, but it did. There we go. We're good. We're good. Hi, Marcel. All right, and then for these other two edges, we're going to use the sanding block, and we're just going to sand these sides off of here. Really, really easy, because this is super paper thin, right? Napkins are super thin, especially when it's only the one ply of the napkin. You have weight. I do too. I have so many napkins. And I wanted to do patriotic napkin bundles with you guys this month, or this season. I did not get around to them. Prayers for Terry's daughter, you guys. She had surgery today. Thank you, Terry. We will definitely send prayers your way. Thank you. Hope that she feels better. She said the surgery went well. She's just healing now. All right, you guys, isn't that pretty? Look at how that looks with that napkin all decoupaged on there. Do you love it? Do you love it? Ah! Okay, you guys, here's our next step. Okay, this is the part where I was like, this is going to be totally different. Stay tuned. Because I want to put the Liberty on here. But I want her to all have this, like, the same background color. Okay? So what we're going to do is, here's what I'm going to do. Here is what I'm going to do, y'all. Hold on, let me just think about this for a second. Here we go. Let's go ahead and separate our transfer first. We're going to cut right on the cut line and just score that where there's a cut line on our transfer. Okay, because these are reusable silkscreen transfers. So all we're doing is just removing the pieces of silkscreen right there to separate those pieces. All right, now, you guys, here's what we're going to do. This is going to seem totally, totally off, but trust me. Trust me. We're going to fuzz our transfer first. So, yes, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite there yet, Cassie. Because I'm not ready. I'm not putting the transfer down on here yet, you guys. Hold on. Hold on. You're getting ahead of me. Hold on. I got to show you something else first before we get to that stage. Expect the unexpected here at Chocolate Designs. It's definitely not what you expect happening next. All right, we're going to give this a good fuzz. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my transfer down on that piece of parchment paper, okay? I need this to be... I need this to be thinner than the backer sheet of our transfer, okay? So parchment paper works great because this is still it'll still pull right back up. And we're just going to put the parchment paper down on there and then put our transfer on here right where we want it to be. Trust this process, you guys. Trust it, trust it, trust it. Okay? And we can move this around as we need to. What is that? That stuff. Okay? Christmas tree store. Yes, I love that place. All right, we're on parchment paper right now. And then what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm actually going to use some graphite paper. So if you guys have ever had, or tracing paper, if you guys have ever used tracing paper before, that's exactly what this is. You can find this at Hobby Lobby. Probably at Michael's too. It's literally just the graphite paper for tracing things. Yes! Trying to teach you guys something new. I love teaching you something new. All right, so I'm going to grab out a piece of this graphite paper. Now, this stuff can be used over and over and over and over and over again. It's not just a one and done. It's basically like the ink of a pencil. And y'all, I have used this one before several times. What does it even say? I don't even know. A long, long, long time ago. All right. So we're going to lay this to where it is. I have your full attention. Okay, let's move this off to the side. I'm going to lay my graphite paper right down on here to where it is graphite side down. Graphite side down, okay? Ooh. This is where it's going to be tricky for me. And I'm going to lay this gal on here. You guys, it might be better if you actually cut your graphite paper to the size that you need. And I think that I might do that because it's a bit big for me. It's a bit big. So let's just cut this baby. It's too much. It's too much graphite paper for one project right now. And I can't see what I'm doing because it's too big. Here we go. This is so much better. So much better. And you guys, it's not expensive either. That graphite paper is $3. When it was full price. If I got it at Hobby Lobby for half off, I mean, or 40% off, it was probably super, super cheap. Super, super cheap. All right, so graphite paper's down. And then I'm going to put this down here and line it up right where I want it. You guys are so confused right now, right? It's okay. It's okay, because here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a pencil. No, I'm not. I'm going to use this thing. I was going to use a pencil. You can use a pencil if you want to use a pencil. But I have one of these little ball things. Hopefully this will work. You know what I'm going to use? I figured it out. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to use a little skewer. Oh! Are you telling me these aren't even opened? Okay. Y'all, hold on while I try to figure my mess out in my head. All right, it's like a pointed little stick here. Like a kebab stick. Are you ready? And we're just going to go around the transfer, pressing down. So I'm not doing the transfer, y'all. I'm just trying to outline Lady Liberty with the graphite paper underneath it. And I hope to heck that this works after just going through all of this. But it definitely should. Okay. And that, I'm just going to let that part fall off of there. Holding it down, you guys. And making an outline around our Lady Liberty with the graphite paper. I sure hope that this works. Because sometimes my ideas don't work and sometimes they do. Okay, you guys, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I definitely can. So as I'm looking on here, all right, Carlene. Okay, it's not going to do anything to the transfer because all we're doing is putting pressure on there to get that graphite like a pencil to go through on our napkin. Can you guys see that? Can you see where the Lady Liberty is outlined? I hope that you can. I hope you can see the graphite on there. It's right here going all the way down and around. I can definitely see it. You guys really can't very well. Oh, darn, I wish you could see it better. Anyway, it does give me the outline of our Lady Liberty. And now what I want to do is I'm going to take some more of my Waverly chalk paint. Man, my kids are being loud. It's okay, you guys. Trust me, I can see it. I only wanted the outline. My kids are being so loud. Kids, quiet down. parts of it. Okay, well, listen, it's okay. It's okay. Because the reason that I did that was because I only want to paint where my transfer is going to go. Okay? So I'm going to take Waverly in the color Pool now that I have an outline that I can work with for my Lady Liberty. And we're going to paint it with Waverly in the color Pool because it really matches this design right here on my napkin. Trust the process, y'all. They are having fun for sure. And Dad just got home, so he's probably getting them all riled up. And they're probably telling him all about their day today. All right. Here we go, you guys. I'm just going to grab a paintbrush and some of this Pool by Waverly. And every place where I had that graphite, you thought it was the kids up our street, and it's not. It's literally my kids on my live right now, and you can hear them so incredibly loudly. Okay, so I'm just following the line that I made and painting inside of it with this paint. And oh my goodness. You love hearing kids having fun? I love hearing kids snore. Oh man. No, I like hearing them have fun too, but when they're snoring, they're much quieter. They're much quieter. All right, let me see where this is going right there. That's going to cover her book. And I might have to give this 2 coats to really cover that napkin well. Okay, you guys kind of see where I'm going with this? Yes, no, maybe so. I hope so. And they usually don't get along either, and they're laughing and giggling out there, which is a good thing. You guys, Evan cried yesterday when he got out of school. He was so upset because he wasn't going to see his friends again for the entire summer. And there was a rumor going around that his best friend wasn't going to be going to his school anymore, which is not true, by the way. Oh my gosh. No, so they shouldn't be. Where was that comment? They should be singing schools out for the summer. So let me tell you, yesterday when I picked them up from school, I get in the truck and I go to turn that song on because it's like that song is one that you listen to when the school's out for the summer, right? And I got yelled at by Allie. Mom, turn it off. We've been listening to that stupid song all day long at school. It played 1,000 times. Jan, no, they don't. I'm not a coordinated mom like that over the summertime. I'm really not. So listen, if I'm still up at 1 o'clock in the morning and they haven't passed out yet, then I'm like, all right, kids, that's enough. Go to bed. But that's pretty much the extent of my bedtime for my kids in the summer until it's like a couple of days before school, or like a week before school starts. I just got on my shirt. No! I just got paint on my shirt, you guys. Oh no! All right, there's the outline of it. As long as they're being quiet. If they're being loud, then it's like, go to bed. Your kids never had a bedtime in the summer? Hi, Sandy. I gotta try to get that off my shirt, y'all. I have a wet spot on me now, but that's okay. All right. We're gonna have to do this one more time to cover up all of that. But Now we have the outline for where Our Lady Liberty is going to go. Oh yeah, baby white for sure. And it got a little bit darker. But I really want to cover up that, add another, I could do that, add another coffee bean if it won't come out. I want to add one more coat of this. I want to add one more coat of this to try to cover up all of where that napkin is at behind her. Before we put her down on there, okay? So the graphite paper was literally just to give us this outline for Our Lady Liberty. The second coat is definitely giving it much, much, much better coverage. And it's okay if it's not perfect. Would think without the wax, the napkin would have ripped from being wet from the paint. It's not though, because it's been Mod Podge down. It's adhered to there with Mod Podge now. So it's not going anywhere. Oh my gosh, Stacy's going to be a grandma in a couple of days. All right, we're only going to do this twice. You can do it more times than that if you think you need to. I can see a little bit of it still poking through, but not a ton. So I'm kind of good with it. Hopefully I don't get this on my shirt again. Just trying to cover up a lot of where that firework was, so that you don't see those as much behind her, and she's got like this really cool background just for herself. I don't want to splatter on myself again. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. No, I'm not. It's all over me. Is it a rewatch a couple of times? I feel like I haven't done anything spectacular, but it's just a little time consuming sometimes to do some of these things. All right, there we go. That's better. Let's clean up my jar a little bit so I don't do that again. You're saving this video? All right, Pam. Hi, Carol. All right, we got to make sure that this is really, really dry now, because if we try to put our wax on here while any of this paint is wet, then all we're going to do is we're going to smear it out of place, and I don't want to smear it out of place. And I feel like I just bubbled it. How do I have more on my hands already? So we really want to make sure that this is nice and dry. That part was not. Now you guys, you can still see a little bit of the fireworks behind her. If you want to do more, you can definitely do more when it comes to color. Once that's nice and dry, we do want to let that cool for just a second before we put our wax on there. Otherwise, our wax is going to melt, and we don't want it melted wax on our surface. So we're going to let that cool for a second, and I'm going to mix together a color. So I want a dark blue like this for my Lady Liberty. Oh, geez, excuse me. For my Lady Liberty. So I'm going to mix together some Cadet and some black velvet to get a deep, rich navy blue for Our Lady Liberty. Okay. Just a rich navy blue. So I'm going to grab a substantial amount, I guess, of the navy, of the Cadet color. And then just a little bit of black, because you guys, black goes a long, long way. It doesn't take much black at all to really change the tone of your colors. And I don't want it to be too incredibly dark. I just want it to be this navy blue, a little darker than what it was, not quite so bright. Ooh. And make sure I got that black all mixed in there. I think I want just a smidge more. Man. Excuse me. Ooh. Like that much more. Just a smidge. I'm so afraid to add too much black. All right, I think we've got this dark, rich blue now. That's going to look fabulous. If you have our old color called Midnight, this would be a great time to use Midnight. Hope I mixed enough. All right, you guys, let's throw some surface wax on here. Now that this is cooled down, and it's cool to the touch, our surface wax is now going to protect this surface from being pulled up, especially our napkin, when we put our transfer down on there. So we're just going to pick up some of this surface wax on our little waxing pad and go right over top of the entire surface, napkin and all. And then remember how we talked about our transfers and how the longer it's stuck down, the more it's going to stick to the surface, okay? So once you get it stuck down on there, you want to work quickly and pull it off quickly, or you risk even more that your napkin's going to pull up with that, okay? So try to move as fast as you can. Paste and pull if needed to. There we go. Wax all over the entire thing. You are going to still buff it off, because if you have too much wax, then your chalk paste is not going to stick. They're having a blast out there, it sounds like. Liberty, liberty, liberty. All right, you guys. You guys, can you quiet down, please? All right, you guys, here we go. We got our transfer. It's already all fuzzed up. It's ready to go. And we're going to lay her down to where she's right in that silhouette that we created. Okay. Here we go. It's laid down. She's on there. She's in that silhouette. And we're going to grab our squeegee really quickly, and we're going to lay down this dark blue that we just created and go through that entire transfer. We ready? And then you guys are finally going to see what it was that I was doing and why I did what I did. All right, here we go. I need a little bit more to finish this off. I think I mixed just the right amount of paste too. Perfect. Do go over it with your squeegee and get off all that extra. I know my kids are so loud right now and they know better. So they're going to get yelled at as soon as I get off of here. Seriously. All right, here we go. You guys, we got to pull this up as quickly as we can. Ready, set. Oh, I want you guys to see the pull. I want you to see the reveal. Here we go. What do you guys think? Now do you see why I want wanted to do the silhouette color on there, you guys. Because she really, really stands out with that background, does she not? Ah! I just needed to know where she was going to be. I just needed to know where she was going to be. Pam, send me a message, please. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Now, what I could have done was laid down my transfer, done the transfer in that lighter blue, and then just kind of move my paint around to go all the way around it and painted it that way. But then I would have had to wash my transfer. Where with that graphite paper, I don't need to because I can just see my lines. Okay. Oh, I think that that turned out really, really cool. A napkin is, it's kind of like rice paper, but it's not rice paper. It's just a really, really thin paper where rice paper actually has, oh, it has like a grain that holds it together. Thank you, thank you. You guys, I did not plan any embellishments on there. Hi, Kay. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. It's so fun and so easy, and now I can just take that transfer right to my sink and I can wash it off. And then I can put it back on my backer sheet and grab it back out again for another project and use it over and over and over again. So they're really, really awesome for doing a whole bunch of projects and making a bunch of awesome things. You love the blues? Yay! You guys. Ah! I am super excited. I think that turned out really well, but I do need to do something about the sides of this. Like I said, I've got no embellishments planned for this tonight. This was it. I just wanted to show you guys that graphite paper and how to do the Mod Podge with a napkin. And I think that that turned out so stinking cute. I think it worked. I think it worked well. Yay, I'm so glad you guys love it. And it almost looks like it's three-dimensional, right? Like this part right here stands out from the rest of it. Almost like it was done separately, but it's just painted on there. So it's completely flat, and I love that. I love that. All right, you guys, that's it for us for tonight. Liberty is the keyword, so make sure you type that in. And if you're new to my page, then you want to purchase some of these transfers to try out, joining Perks is the way to go because you'll get 30% off all your orders all day, every day. If you want more information about that, then you can also type join in the comments to learn more about how you can join our community. Or send me a message and just let me know that you want more information, okay? All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I am done for tonight and for tomorrow. Friday is my scheduled night off. I'll be back with you guys on Saturday evening. But in the meantime, I'm definitely here for any questions, comments, concerns. You guys are amazing. And have a good Friday. You guys, have a good Friday, and I'll see you guys again soon. All right, bye, everybody.